Hello everyone, it's SME Wrestling here. Welcome back to Tier List Sundays. Now I made a poll in the community post, see if I can make this series, and well, a lot of you said yes, so here I am. I'm doing another one. Welcome back to Tier List Sundays, and today I'm gonna be ranking the SME Wrestling pay-per-views for this year, 2021. I have done this ranking before of my pay-per-views. I've done 2019, I've done 2020, so now since we have all the pay-per-views done and dusted, it's about time we rank them all. About time we rank them all for 2021 because we're getting close to the end of the year. And yeah, let's rank my own pay-per-views. See what I think. This is what I think of my pay-per-views. See if they're the best ever, they're good, alright, meh, or just plain out trash. Because I can say that to my own pay-per-views. Even though I can't say it's great. Sometimes I look at it and go, yeah, it could have been better. But anyways, let's start the rankings of the SME Wrestling pay-per-views of 2021. First up, we have New Year's Revolution, the newest pay-per-view. The new pay-per-view that just came out this year for the beginning of 2021. Your New Year's Revolution had an alright opener with Jason Lunatic and versus Joey defending. It was pretty good. Joey Defending won that match, but then the rest of it, like FKC's open challenge, like FKC 10 versus Todd, that match should not happen in the pay-per-view, should happen in YouTube Brawl. And Yamashita versus Rag Reynolds for the SME champion. Yes, Rag Reynolds was the SME champion during this time period, and that match just wasn't that good. The only good match, the really good match I could say was the first ever Elimination Chamber match, which Timmy Raptors won that match. But overall, New Year's Revolution, it was trash. Not a great start, isn't it? It's not a great start to the year, and we're getting close to next year's New Year's Revolution. See if this is better than 2021's version. All right, next up we have one of the big ones, Royal Rumble. The road to WrestleMania has just started here, and Royal Rumble is start of a alright, another like pretty good opener with the Extreme Tag Team Rules match. I mixed up with the words. We have Evolution, the tag team champions at the time, versus Jesse Lunatic and Heidenreich. Yes, before Heidenreich made the team of Modern Day Legion of Doom. And it was a pretty good opener. Endingo versus Joe Defendings was a pretty awesome match, which stole the show here. And we saw like the General Manager Shadow Hedgehog return, and Kick Living Hell T series. And now we have the big, quick squash match between Brock Lesnar and Rag Reynolds, where Brock Lesnar absolutely F5'd him like 3 times, become SME champion. And as much as it was a short match and disappointing one, it was kind of fun to see Rag get tossed around. And finally, the Royal Rumble, it was pretty much a great one, which Reyes won the match. And I'm pretty sure overall Royal Rumble was good. This Royal Rumble was good. Great Royal Rumble match, great Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And alright, another new pay-per-view, Brave Wilderness. This is just no championships online, just no contention matches. Yeah, the opener, the True Threat Tag Team match, just went on for way too fucking long. And it was a team Raptors and Zoo Proclamation who won that match. And a pretty good match, actually. Like Yamashita versus Joe Defending is another pretty good match. Good match there. And we have Jay versus Joe McMahon. It was going great, but then just ended in like 3 minutes. It was very disappointing match. Yeah, it was not a good one. And another decent match, like a pretty good match, was Bendy versus LN for the final time, because Bendy and LN had a big rivalry here, and pretty epic battle. And the other matches, FKC has Brock Lesnar. Nah, it's not that great. And the main event, Shadow vs. Triple H, it could have been bad. Don't know, but Brave Wilderness, overall, it was trash. Another trash one. 2 new pay-per-views, and they're both trash. I mean, we're gonna have a New Year's Revolution next year, but Brave Wilderness, we're not doing Brave Wilderness ever again. And alright, Ultimate Punishment, the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Now, the opener was just a freaking flop. Oh, fuck me, I hate when it happens. Sorry about that. Yeah, the opener was just a big flop here. It was just, why was this the opener? It's Yamashita versus Brock Lesnar for the SME Championship, and Brock Lesnar absolutely just buried Yamashita. You buried him. Yamashita did not stand a fucking chance. And the next match, Heinrich was FKC 10. It was okay. It was an okay match, and the tag team match, Team Raptors with Evolution for tag team titles. No, it ended with a ton of draw. So yeah, it was very repetitive in that. Just a non-tag team match that dragged on for way too long. Next match is Bendy vs Thunder Black. It started a big rivalry between Bendy and Thunder Black. Yeah, it was all right match, but it started something very great. And speaking of great, here comes the one that matches still the show: Joe McManus versus Endingo, where Joe McManus won the European Championship, and yeah, it was a pretty great match between those two. And the main event, Sands versus Riley. Yes, it was a very personal match, and I gotta say it was pretty good. But overall, this Ultimate Punishment, it was just fucking hell. No, don't do this again. There we go. It was just alright. Ultimate Punishment was just alright. Alright, next up we have the big one, the big granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. There's a lot of matches. I'll just go through like the big ones or something like that. We have the WrestleMania Battle Royale. Bendy won that. The tag team match, Joey defends Endingo versus Evolution, because Evolution won that match. Then we have Chris Jericho versus FKC10. Chris Jericho is like in the first pay-per-view match, and Chris Jericho, the first person to beat FKC10, became new Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, and we have a Final Black with Jason Blade in the virtual match that was, should be on WrestleMania. And we have the True Threat match, Joe Anthony, Jack Septicus versus Green Dragon. Wish that match went longer or something, been great, but yeah, you can't wish so much. And Joe versus Just Three. That was supposed to be a big dream match there, and it was going great, but then it's the same result as Jay versus Joe McManus in Brave Wilderness. Yeah, but except the match went longer. Yeah, I hate when matches get disappointing. And Riley S vs Brock Lesnar. It was a pretty fun match. A lot of finishers coming out of nowhere. Riley S got that victory and became the 4-time SME champion and reunited with Team Riley. And finally, the main event, Triple H vs Undertaker. It was alright. It was alright. It wasn't bad or anything, but it's not great. It was just alright. And overall, WrestleMania, it was a good pay-per-view. It's not the best ever. It was just a good WrestleMania. The other two WrestleManias were the best ever, but this one is just good. Alright, Extreme Rules. The pay-per-view that always goes in the trash. But was this one trash? Well, it's kicked off with a tables match. It was pretty fun. Sonic versus FKT10 in a tables match, pretty fun. Next match was fucking shit. Handicap match between El Idolo and Thunder Black vs Bendy. It was a shit match. Bendy just got absolutely ganged up on. It was just fucking garbage. And then, speaking of garbage, this freaking 10-minute time limit match. I don't know why that's a match. Higher Rank was Brock Lesnar. Yeah, it did start with a big feud, Higher Rank and Brock Lesnar, but the match was just, nah, mate. And then we have a kind of entertaining match, which is Dad C versus Evolution, Kid C versus Evolution, and Kid C became tag team champions. Finally ended the run of Evolution. It was a tag team extremos match, but it was barely any weapons. Pretty sure only one weapon got involved, which was like a kendo stick, I think, or a sledgehammer. I don't know. But yeah, the great moment there, a pretty fun match, boys. Extreme Rules and barely any extreme happened. Alright, next up, boys, the steel cage match between Joe Anthony and Joe McManus. This pretty much starts the big epic feud between Joe Anthony and Joe McManus, but it started off with just disappointment. At the end of the draw, I mean, that's what, like, you know, that's like the whole point of the feud. It keeps ending in draw, see who the better Joe is. You don't know who's better, because both of them are great. But the steel cage match was just very short. It went for like 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, and the main event, Undertaker versus Riley S, with both titles online, the Universal Championship and SE Championship. It was an Extreme Rules match, and yeah, a lot of Extreme Reps happened. Out of all the 2 previous Extreme Rules matches, this one, to Undertaker and Riley S, is like the best one. It's the best one because there are a lot of weapons got involved. It's pretty much a great one. And yeah, when it just but only problem was dragged on for way too long. I mean, sure, the main event has to be long because it's the big match, but can't drag it for way too long or something. But yeah, it's Extreme Rules. For the first time, it's not trash. Instead, it's meh. There you go. It didn't go in the trash. It was better than the last 2 Extreme Rules, but it's still not great. Oh, here we go. Revenge. Here comes where things started off here. Here we go. This is a pretty much, I'll just explain everything. We have High Rank versus Broccoli. It was actually a good opener here. Sorry. It's a pretty good opener. And, pretty good opener. I keep saying that. Fuck. I keep repeating myself. Pretty good opener. High Rank got the victory here. And, good on for him. And then we have the rematch with Evolution and, Kid City, where Kid City retain its tag team titles. Pretty fun tag team match. And then we have here comes a great match. Here comes Chris Jericho with FKC 10, the rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. And it was a pretty good match. And Jericho got the victory once again. He beats FKC 10 twice. And here comes the match that absolutely stole the show. Bendy versus Thunder Black. That match was just great. It was for 12 minutes. Pretty much a great one. And, Bendy got the victory against Thunder Black. Finally ended his reign of terror as United States Champion. Next up, we have Triple H versus Ron S. Another good match, which Triple H surprisingly get the victory and became Universal Champion. Yeah, and finally the main event. I'm pretty sure the main event might have stole the show. The 15-minute Iron Man match between Joe McMahon and Joe Anthony. It was pretty great. For fuck's sake, it's a pretty great match. And, and a draw, but it was just a great match. It was a great match overall. And overall, Revenge, it's going in the best ever. The best pay-per-view so far of 2021. Next up, we have Money in the Bank. Show me the money. But this Money in the Bank started with a long and boring tag team match between Drifter, Omega, and Kid City. It wasn't fun as the Revenge one. It was just repetitive, long, and just boring. But it started to pick things up a little bit with High Rank versus Brock Lesnar for a third time. With High Rank got the victory again. That's where they formed the Modern Day Legion of Doom. And finally, the final match between Joe Anthony and Joe McMahon. And they tried to give all the best they got. They tried to beat Lou Hell. In the end, it was Joe McMahon who got the victory. But I wish the match went longer. I just wish it went longer. It went for 9 minutes. I just wish it went longer. And speaking of longer, we had the Thumbtack match. Baron Blade versus Chris Jericho. It was a pretty brutal match, and Chris Jericho got the victory with the help of Inner Circles, and that's when we saw Malachi Black make his debut or return, wherever, because it used to be Aleister Black. And next, we got the rematch between Riley S versus Triple H, but this time it's for the SME Championship, and Riley S got the victory with help with Jennifer Presley, his wife. And, and finally, the Money in the Bank ladder match. We saw the big, surprising debut of Edge, and he also won the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's a pretty awesome Money in the Bank ladder match. Pretty great way to end off the show. And Money in the Bank, overall, it was just alright. It's alright. A lot of matches were not great, like the tag team match. The Thumbtack match, yeah, it was brutal, but it kind of dragged it for way too long. Kind of like Extreme Rules. But there was some good matches in this pay-per-view. Alright, the Great American Bash, the biggest part of the summer or spring. Now, they started off with the Modern Day Legion versus the Kid City. Thankfully, it wasn't as long and boring as Money in the Bank's tag team opener. But as Modern Day Legion got the victory, it's a pretty great victory. High wins his first tag team, wins his first championship, SME Wrestling, and it was a decent opener. Next, we have Endingo versus Bendy. It was a pretty good match here. Endingo lost there. He's still recovering from the bruises from Bendy, because Bendy was absolute beast there, trying to keep his United States title for long. And then we have Triple H versus the two-man Raptors. We saw Raptors, Bio Bond gimmick. La Bio Bond! Yeah, Bonnie absolutely destroyed Triple H. Yeah, went for like 3 minutes 50 seconds. Yeah, and pretty just squash match, not really. Alright, next up we have Malachi Black versus Chris Jericho, where Chris Jericho ate the loss, and Malachi Black just proved his dominance, and he's absolute beast and absolute destroyer, absolute man you do not want to mess with. Yeah, it was a pretty alright match there, and the big main match, which is America versus Canada, Marshmallow versus Vanos. It was a pretty entertaining match, some false finishes, and it ended in disqualification, which is a good thing, because Joe McMahon, he said he wanted to face both, not just one. He wants to face a triple threat match, which will lead to No Mercy. We'll get to that pay-per-view later. And finally, the main event, pretty awesome main event. It was Riley S versus Edgeled in a me-deletion match, pretty much a cinematic wrestling moment in SME Wrestling, and it was an awesome match, very unique match, and it was pretty extreme as well, pretty brutal match, like the Thumbtack match and Extreme Rules match, and yeah, it was just an awesome match, pretty unique and awesome match. And overall, the Grandmaker match, I'm gonna put it in good. I'm putting this in good. There we go. We have No Mercy, the pay per view that never fails to disappoint. It never fails to disappoint. Yeah, pretty sure. No, he fails to disappoint. Yeah, he fails. He does not disappoint. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Yeah, it does. This pay per view does not disappoint. And we start with a little fun tag team match between the Blade family and Harrenreich, the Monday Legion Doom, and yeah, pretty much the Blade family tried to get the victory, trying the first tag team championship, but just could not do it. They tried their best, but they just could not do it. And next match we have Bendy versus Jacksepticeye. Pretty epic and fun match. Jacksepticeye, and yeah, they both made one show, made one hell of a match. And yeah, pretty decent. And the short threat match, it was pretty good, but Joe Max, the champion, got absolutely battered. It was just Marshmallow and Venos having the rematch after Grand American Bash, see who would properly win. But in the end, it was Joe Max winning, retaining European Championship by the help of the number one contender, Koyola Young. He helped out Mac Miss get the victory here. Then we have Malachi Black versus Dad City. Yeah, Dad City did not stand a fucking chance against Malachi Black. Try to avenge Cole Quinn, but you could not do it, buddy. And next up, we have a pretty personal, brutal, and pretty much good, a very great match between Etienne and Riley Esper, Jennifer Presley, and her Riley's daughter, Sarah, who was watching on. And yeah, it was pretty emotional and pretty much heartbreaking match. But in the end, it was Riley who got the victory. Pretty great for him. And with the main event between Truman Rass and FKC, then it was a pretty good match. Pretty good match. These two battled living hell at each other. And it was Raptors retaining Universal Championship with the Phantom Claw. And No Mercy overall is much Self Revenge, the best ever. But I'm thinking of beat Revenge. Revenge was the best pay-per-view of 2021. Alright, Velocity, the Dream Match pay-per-view. Unfortunately, this one started a long and boring tag team match. Unfortunately, Joey DeFennis and El Idolo versus the Monday Legion Duo, and Monday Legion, of course, retained. And we have Bradley Blade versus Malachi Black. Yeah, Bradley Blade, he tried to end it early, but he just couldn't do it against Malachi Black. Malachi Black actually hurt Bradley, the youngest man in the Blade family. And, oh boy, here comes the match that stole the fucking show. Coyle Young versus Joe McMahon. That was the best match by far at Velocity. It was the best match by far. And Coyle Young got the victory against Joe McMahon, and he's the European champion. Pretty awesome 5-star classic match. Pretty much maybe the match of the year. Alright, next up, we have a Bendy versus Dad City. Dad City try to get a championship victory, but he just cannot do it. He's fighting these big, dangerous people. And yeah, Bendy got the victory. As always, he's still the United States champion. And Undertaker is soon. I was expecting this match to be great, but nah, it was just disappointing. That match is just disappointing. It was disappointing. I am sorry. I was expecting better, but we're just being disappointing. And in the main event, FKC 10 vs. Elias, it was a good match. That was a very good match. And yeah, overall, yeah, at FKC they became a SME champion, and Chris Jericho in the second returned after getting battered by Malachi Black. And overall thoughts about this pay-per-view, there was like 2 great matches in there, a few alright matches. So I'm pretty sure the Velocity just goes in alright. And the final pay-per-view, Havoc. Havoc kicked things off as always with a tag team match, but it was entertaining. It was fun. There's a lot of cool moves, but yeah, repetitive at sometimes, but it was still a pretty fun match. And yeah, and Team Riley got the victory, became 2-time tag team champions. We're back in 2019. Alright, and we have the sort of debut of Mordecai, which it shouldn't be in the pay-per-view. It just shouldn't be in pay-per-view. It should be in YouTube Raw. I didn't know why I thought that would be a good idea to put in pay-per-view for Mordecai make his debut, but I just don't know. And a good match, pretty great match. Chris Jericho versus Riley S. Where we saw Mike Chaos make his debut. I got a high five from that dude, no joke. I got a high five from Mike Chaos. And yeah, it's pretty good job. Sorry about that. That's not going in trash. Forgot that is not going in trash. But yeah, I'll just go like this because I can't put it down again. But yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. We have fuck, I forgot. Pretty sure. Yeah, the European Championship match between Joe Anthony and Corey Young, which Corey Young got the victory against giant athlete. It was a pretty good match, and we saw like Koyon got kidnapped by Mr. Laird, and Koyon's not being patient as always. Just keeps telling me comments to help him, but you gotta be patient, mate. I swear to God. But anyways, yeah. After that, it was TCs for the Untitled, and this was a surprisingly fun match. It was fun to see TCs get beaten down by Undertaker, and Taker got the victory, obtained the Universal Championship. And the main event was first the best match: Edge versus FK C10, and it was a pretty great match. It was a great match, great main event to end off, and we saw the debut of Eyeless Jack. So, overall thoughts of Havoc? It's good. This pay-per-view is good, and there we go. There's my rankings of my own pay-per-views for SME Wrestling. Yes, so right now we have the best ever is Revenge versus the best pay-per-view 2021, and the worst. Which one has more fun matches? I'm pretty sure this one has more good matches, has 2 good matches, I should say. And this one just only has one decent match. The rest of them. The one good match is the Elimination Chamber match, but the rest of them just don't top that match at all. So first, New Year's Revolution is the worst pay-per-view of 2021, and Revenge is the best pay-per-view of 2021, in my honest opinion. Where would you rank these pay-per-views? And I just want to know where you rank all these pay-per-views from Great American Bash. If you have not seen all of them, then go back and watch them. I have a playlist called pay-per-views or something, SB Wrestling pay-per-views. In a playlist, try and go find it and watch all these pay-per-views for 2021. And that's my rankings. Totally told you I'm gonna make a series called Tier List Sunday. And I'll see you guys next Sunday for another tier list. So bye, guys.